Hey everybody, it's Tom here with Hilltop Machine Works. We are back in the shop. It is a cold, rainy December day, so what better thing to do is come in the shop and make a video and talk to you guys. So anyways, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. By the time this video posts, it'll probably be after Christmas, but anyways, wanted to wish everybody, you know, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and hopefully 2018 will be good for everybody. So anyways, this is going to be a mail call. I have been wearing out eBay. Got a bunch of new stuff for the shop, and I did make a small trip over to Harbor Freight to pick a couple things up. You know, we all know how Harbor Freight is. They've got some good stuff and they got some, you know, not so good stuff. But anyways, let me show you guys what I got here. Guess we'll just start off. Just adding to the stock. I saw this guy on eBay that had some drops for sale. This is aluminum bronze. It's a little over 1 inch in diameter. I figured you're good to add to the stock when you need to make a bush. Nothing worse than not having what you need and then you got to order it. So I grabbed this and we'll throw that in the stock for future projects. Also, a future project coming up. I picked up a Boyer Schultz Deluxe 612 surface grinder, unfortunately, about a year ago, and you know, it's just been sitting over there. I got to do something with it. I got to, tear it down, clean it real good. There's a little extra backlash in the table, so I'm hoping that the rack's okay. Maybe just need to make a new, spur gear that's on the hand wheel. But I was wanting to do that project once I move into the new shop. But we may get on this thing earlier, say maybe next summer. I'm not sure yet. So what I did is I've been slowly picking up parts for it. Unfortunately, it was probably in a manufacturing setting, and at some point in time, the switch went bad on it, and they replaced it with a regular on-off household electrical switch. So yeah, that's the first thing that's got to go. So I got a real 3-phase on-off switch. I picked that up off eBay, so that'll be going over there with the Boyer Schultz collection of stuff I have been accumulating. And let's see, my air hoses, the female quick connect couplings had worn out, and I went to Harbor Freight and grabbed their quick connects, and needless to say, they're not that great. So what I decided to do is go ahead and replace them, and I picked up a nice Milton set that had male and female. I got obviously the females on the air hoses now. These are just the males that came with the pack, but good quality, USA fittings, so won't have any problems with the air hose. Also picked up a circle template. I needed some larger templates because I've got the radius gauges, but they only go up to what, maybe 1 inch. So if you need larger radius or diameters, I picked up this quick stencil here. And let's see what else. Been wanting to grab a couple extra ratchets. Nothing worse than coming in the shop when it's like 40 degrees and grabbing a metal ratchet and having to work with it. It's like, holding on to a icicle. So I am in love with the comfort grips that Snap-on has. I've got quite a bit of the comfort grip ratchets, especially the long-handled ones, but I don't have the short or standard length ones. So I picked up this Snap-on one. This is just 3/8 standard length comfort grip. Man, it feels good. From Snap-on or off of the tool truck, it's $131. I found this one on eBay. This is new. I picked it up for like 90 bucks. So that was a good bargain. I saved like $40. And I wanted to get one in 1/2 inch, but unfortunately Snap-on wants $177 for their 1/2 inch. And I saw this one on the shelf when I was at Harbor Freight. This is their version. This was 17 bucks. So 17 versus 177, you know, that's a big difference. I know you get what you pay for, but these have actually gotten good reviews. So if this, you know, works out well, then great, it'll stay in my box. If this ends up being a turd and, you know, doesn't work the way I want it to work, then what I'll do, I'll probably just throw it in the tool bag that's in my truck, and I will bite the bullet and then pay $177 and get a real Snap-on. So anyways, we'll give this a try. I may do a review on it later on if I end up using it a lot and see if I like it or not like it. And let's see, oh yeah, while I was in Harbor Freight, I ran across these nice little mini, or you want to call them micro screwdrivers. But what I like about them is they've got the fat handle, so you can actually, you know, do a little bit of torque with them, and they feel good. The problem with the small screwdrivers is basically the whole body of the screwdriver is really tiny, and it's hard to really get some torque on it, especially the small ones. If you're trying to remove a screw that's been in there a long time, it's easy for it just to lift up, and next thing you know, you're rounding out the head of the little screw, which is, you know, now you've created a huge problem. So anyways, these look pretty good. I'll give them a try. They're like $3.99, so hopefully they'll work out pretty good for $4. You know, I figured I couldn't lose on that deal. Also picked up a good dowel pin assortment. Nothing worse than needing a pair of dowel pins, and you go and you look in your in your boxes and you only got one of the size you need instead of two to pull a dimension or something. So I just grabbed an assortment variety pack there. Put that in with my fastener collection. And see, while on eBay, I grabbed this Starrett bevel protractor. It didn't come with a case, and it didn't come with any other blades, but you know, the way it is was at a really good price, so I went ahead and grabbed it for the occasional use where I need a really accurate angle. So we'll give it a good home in the machinist box. And if you watched Joe Pienski's videos, Joe Pie down in Texas, he does a lot of cool tips and tricks in his shop, showing the techniques he uses. He showed a good way to use micro drill bits, and I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. So what I did is I grabbed an arbor and a chuck for real itty bitty drill bits. Alright, back to what we're talking about. The camera just shut off and got too hot, so that's what I'm going to talk about next after I talk about this. So anyway, so this is one of those arbors that it slides and turns and then goes on the chuck, so you can micro drill and you can get the good feel of the drill bit, so you don't bust the really small drill bits. So I was going to make one of these, but geez, it was so freaking cheap. It came from India for under $20, so you know, sometimes it's better to buy stuff than have to worry about making everything in your shop, because you know how it goes. You just have so many projects, you're just never going to get to everything. It is a 0 Jacob's taper, so that's a cute little booger there. Now I'm using a GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition. I don't know if you guys out there are experiencing the same thing. If you are, can you leave some comments and let me know? I've kind of searched the net, but the problem is, I don't know, man. This this Hero 3, I mean, it just loves batteries like fat kids love cake. I mean, I'll put a fresh battery in 5 minutes. It's saying low battery. So I, you know, bought quality replacement batteries, and I also bought a nice charger for them, thinking, well, maybe, you know, the original batteries were on their last leg, or the wall wart charger just wasn't up to par. But still having the same problem, still just sucking it out. So you know, what is your guys' remedy? I bought these backpack batteries, trying these, but the problem is it induces extra heat to the camera, and then the thermal protect kicks on, and then the camera cuts off, and that's just what happened about a minute and a half ago, because you know, this covers the whole back of the camera and it gets warm. So I don't know what the solution is. I'd like to know what you guys are doing, because I'd like to get longer video recording, you know, instead of having to have, you know, a pocket full of batteries if you go out and you want to film something. I did buy a power cord so I could plug it in directly if I would need to, but you know, I'd rather have the versatility of not being stuck to a cord. So leave something in the comments. Let me know if you guys are experiencing the same thing, and if you have any tips and tricks. But also for the GoPro, what you're listening to is I picked up this new ceramic mic, so hopefully my voice sounds a little bit better, a little more clearer. I noticed in a couple videos that I've got made, and I will probably be posting soon, or if I have already posted, I'm not sure. A couple of them, when they first start, there was some weird background noise when I started using this new mic. Not sure where it came from and what the dealio is on that, but hopefully that was just a fluke, and I'm not going to have any other issues, because all it is plug and play, and there's nothing to pick up that weird clicking, ticking noise that was in the background that you'll hear in a couple videos when it first starts. And more GoPro accessories. I picked up a couple of these frames, so that way, like I said, you know, the back is open, the heat can get out, but you know, you got this quick clip thing here, which makes it nice. So I'm going to put them all around on the different tripods and whatnot. So I picked up a couple of those for the GoPro, and then lastly, just basically a monopod, I think is what they call it. It extends out, but what I like about this one is it's just got a small handle on it, so it's easy to carry out and about. So I'll take you guys along for some trips coming up, and we'll get some cool video on a couple things that I've got planned. And let's see, let's get to the pile on the right of me. Anyways, I was watching Randy Richard, and he picked up this nice big Starrett 675 dial indicator stand. And I was like, man, that'd be cool. I'd like to get one of those, because it work good on the lathe over there, because every now and then when you got something set up and you're trying to dial in the 4-jaw chuck, the indicator base doesn't sit real good on the ways, and if you put it on the carriage, sometimes it's not in optimal position. So the plan is to have this sit on the ways or wherever I need to sit, have the indicator base sitting on this. It's nice and rigid, and that way I can indicate my parts in. I know Nick Collier, he has like an I-beam, and he sets on his ways when he dials stuff in. And then if you watch John Saunders' channel, NYCNC, he goes over to one of his buddies' shop, Paul, and Paul does the same thing. He's got actually, I think, like a homemade base that he made that sits down on his lathe to dial in 4-jaw stuff. So I figured that'd come in real handy. The guy that was selling it on eBay, he had a buy it now. Oh yeah, he had a buy it now and also best offer. And I gave him a reasonable offer, and he took it. So cool. I think it is old stock, because in my Starrett catalog, hopefully you can see it right there, that's a 665, and it is a little bit smaller in dimensions, both width and the length. So they don't list the 675 in this catalog, so obviously it's older, but that's what it looks like right there with use. And let's see, I guess lastly, we got an upcoming project. It'll probably be a down and dirty, just a quick simple fix, but my Monarch, it sits lower than my Inco. I am 6 feet tall, and it's nice on the Inco. I've got it sitting up, so when I'm standing up, my hands are basically right at my waist level to, you know, roll the carriage or roll in the cross feed or the cross slide. So the plan is to raise up the Monarch. The Monarch sits at 35 inches, whereas the Inco sits at 40.5. So the Inco is 5.5 inches taller than my Monarch right now. And when I'm working on the Monarch for extended length of time, you know, my back just gets tired of leaning over. So what I did is I picked up this toe jack. So we'll use this to get the Monarch up in the air. And then what I did is I picked up this honking piece of mystery steel. It's probably, you know, 1018, but it's 3 inches in diameter and 29.25 inches long. So the plan is, on one of those videos, is I'm gonna cut them in probably 3-inch sections and turn down just a little bit of a center section, so it'll basically center on the feet. And we'll use that toe jack, get the Monarch up in the air, slide these underneath it, and then it'll get the whole lathe up about 3 inches up taller. Hopefully that'll be a little more comfortable to use. So let me see. Lastly, let me take you over to the Inco. Alright, so I got you over here at the Inco and the start of my sticker collection. Just got this one from Steve Lang up in, I think he's in New Jersey. He's got Shark River Machine channel on YouTube, and of course you guys know the rest. So if you guys got a sticker out there, send me an email. My email address is at the end of the video, and we'll do a sticker swap, and that way I can fill it up. But anyways, just want to say, you know, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, you know, subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. You know, give me a thumbs up. I like the comments. I like being interactive with you guys. I hope you're enjoying this stuff, and I'll see you in 2018.